right, so let's pick up where we left off just a moment ago. I now have my histogram. It has basically the bins, so each of these lines represents the frequency, so how much from 0 to 1. We have 5 data points. We have 5 data points between 1 and 2. We have 3 between 2 and 3, and then everything greater is in the 4th bin. Now what I'm going to do is change the appearance of this. For some reason in Excel there's always a more bin at the bottom. I don't want that in my data, so I'm going to go down here where I have my data listed, or my histogram data listed. I'm going to click on this bottom right section, and I'm going to just not highlight the more. Okay, I don't need it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to format my axes. Okay, I only want to show my cumulative percentage here. I'm going to click on that. I want to just show 0 to 100. So I'm going to take out that 1.2 and just leave it as 1. And I don't need these decimal places, so I don't need the 0.00. So I'm going to go down to where it says number. I'm going to click on that. And I want 0 decimal places. I'm going to press enter. And then now I have 0 to 100% at increments of 10. Now over here on the left y-axis, I have my frequency. I'm going to go ahead and change that from 0 to 10. Okay, again, honestly, this is just a personal preference, but to me it's easier to look at if I do my frequency 0 to 10, and then I have my cumulative percentage from 0 to 100%. All right, the next thing I want to do is I want to change these bin names. So I'm going to click on, I'm going to right click on the graph, and I'm going to click on select data. Now over here on my horizontal axis labels, I'm going to edit that because I don't want it to say 1, 2, 3, and 4 anymore. I want it to be this text here. Okay, so my 0 to 1, 1 to 2, so everything from F10 to F13. I'm going to press OK. All right, so now you can see my bin numbers look a lot better. They actually represent the ranges for each bin. The other thing is now these series are just listed as series 1 and series 2. Well, I don't like that. They need to be more descriptive. So I'm going to right click again on my data, go to select data, and for series 1 I'm going to edit that. And the series 1, that's just the frequency. I'm going to type in frequency there. And for series 2, I'm going to edit that. And that is my cumulative percentage. Okay, now I can press OK. And here I have my data represented. I'm going to put, I've got frequency over here on the y-axis. I have my bin values down here. And let's be a little more representative here. This is the, I can keep this as bin, but I also want to include that this is for the straight distance. And this is in units of inches. All right, one other thing I want to do is add data labels to my chart. So I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna go up to chart design, and over here on the left where it says add chart element, and I want to put in data labels. Now for the cumulative percentage, I'd like to have those in the center. Very hard to read. Okay, so I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to format data labels here at the bottom. Okay, first of all, my number needs to be changed. I don't want any, I don't want decimals in my percentages, so I'm going to change the category to number. So I can change the number of decimal places to 0. Press enter. Actually, these are percentages. So sorry, I did that wrong. So I need to do percentages. The decimal places will be 0. So that's good. Still hard to read though. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a solid fill so that now my percentages show up, and I want a solid line border, and it's fine if I keep that orange. You can change that to any color you want. So let's look over here and see how it looks now. All right, so now my percentages are easy to read. I also want my frequency numbers to appear, right? So I want there to be a 5 in the first two, and then a 3, and then a 2 in the next one. So I'm going to right click here. I'm going to go to, again, add chart element. I'm going to do data labels. I want those to be inside the end. Well, I didn't click on all of them. So I need to right click, that way they all show up. I'm going to go again back up to chart element, data labels. Let's do inside the end. And similarly, I want to change how those appear. So I'm going to do a solid fill. I want those to be white. And then I can do a solid line for the border or for the outline. So now I can see that I have 5 in the first, 5 in the second, 3 in the third, and then 2 in the fourth. All right, so again, I can change this title. This is my histogram for the straight distance. All right, and here we have a very nice histogram for the straight distance. And what I would like for you to do is to go in and create a histogram for the horizontal distance or the vertical distance. Okay, you can choose which one you make a histogram for. You should format it similarly to what I have done for this one. And then you can submit that to Canvas for credit. And I'm going to go ahead and move the legend over into the histogram as well. All right, thank you.